guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian and this is Brian on an Island, where we do tech and gaming. And as you guys can see, today we're going to be talking about the new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now last weekend they had their alpha. They gave everyone on the PlayStation 4 an exclusive look at what this game is going to look like. And guys, if you have played any of the older Call of Duty games, such as Call of Duty Ghosts, which I think relatively had good hit detection, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2 predominantly, which I think the hit detection in that game was a little bit clunky. Guys, this game is very smooth, and I have to be honest, the graphics as well in the game, they do kind of look like a reskin, but entirely the new maps that they have placed in the game were actually a plus. It made a reskin not necessarily feel like a reskin. And guys, if I'm honest, the look of the game, cycling through the weapons, using the L1 and R1 screens, finding your different weapons within the gunsmith to create your class, it's very familiar, but also at the same time, very different. Now, there are a lot of things that have been recycled into the game from our previous knowledge of Call of Duty, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but also there have been things that we've actually never seen before, and that is me referring to the maps. Now, if I could explain what this game plays like, it's almost as if you've taken Modern Warfare and you've smashed it with Black Ops 2 and you've added a little bit of Nuketown in between. For some reason, the player team deathmatch modes, which I played predominantly, are team deathmatch and kill confirmed, are very fast paced, but at the same time, depending on your play style, which could be a sniper gunner, a heavy gunner, or someone like me that plays very aggressive and in your face, you can have a mix of fun and action while still being able to enjoy the game. Now, a very important part for me with Call of Duty games is the maps. If the maps are not awesome or the maps do not make me satisfied, I will not enjoy playing the game. Now guys, to talk about the maps, first of all, the map that we're playing now is actually one of my favorites. It has its pros and cons, especially for some good kill streaks, like the artillery strike that I just used that got me 400 plus points, and also the chopper gunner works very well on this map. Now, this map is called Satellite, and it is a desert map. The reason why it's called Satellite is because it is set around the crash site of a fallen, you guessed it, satellite. Now, the sides of the map are filled with ins and outs of different caves, and some of the hard points that you have to get to, like A that you just saw, are in these caves, and the ins and outs make it a bit hard for you to get to opponents, for opponents to get to you, and it kind of makes it a bit interesting to see the tactics that different players use. Now guys, the next map that we're going to be talking about is Moscow. Now this map isn't entirely my favorite, and I'm going to tell you guys why really shortly. Now this is a sort of updated map, and it has a lot of narrow corridors and sharp corners, and this causes many different levels or types of play styles to meet at very close and medium range. And also there's a lot of blind spots, so you can find yourself being caught off guard by the enemy player. And the spawning on this map, I have to be honest, doesn't really work too well. I hope in the updates they fix this spawn, because if you find yourself playing against players that are very good at skimming across the map, dashing across to the other side around the edges, they can control your spawn. And when they do that, it's not gonna be a very enjoyable situation for you. Also, for people like me that like to play very forward and in your face, this map isn't necessarily good for that, because there's a lot of areas that are hard to see with the narrow corridors and the corners that you have to look around, and you can find yourself in some really sticky situations. I mean, honestly, this map just isn't the one for me, guys, and I think that's all I'm about to say about it. The map also lacks a bit of diversity in terms of color. It's very gray and the edges are very brownish. There's not that much wow on the map in terms of colors and textures. But then again, we know that the game is going to come out with loads of maps. Predominantly, I would like to think at least we would get about 6 to 12 maps and some more maps to come out through DLC content or throughout the rest of the game's life. Now guys, we're going to be talking about one of the maps that I actually found to be one of my favorites, and not only because of how the map looks, but I think it has a lot to do with the environment, the different textures on the map, and the different play styles that you could pull off on this map. And the name of this map is called Miami. And I have to be honest with you guys, this map is so diverse and so different. They can literally split the map into 2 or 3 different areas. What I would like to see this map turning into is something like a new town, a very small, compact part of it that you guys just run across the map, taking each other down and having some really quick, fast play styles. Now the map looks beautiful, and I don't know how they got this sort of ray tracing look on the water and details within the map, especially for the PlayStation 5. It didn't even, especially for the PlayStation 4, sorry, and it didn't even get my PS4 as loud as I thought it would, seeing all of these shadows reflect and all of the reflections on the puddles of water on the ground. The map itself looks really, really good. From the skylight to the neon signs to the car details that you can see, the pool, the hotel area, and the map just plays beautifully. There are a lot of open places, a lot of open spaces that you can run around. There are some rooftop areas that you can plant yourself in and get some good snipes. But the only downside that I found to this map was that the higher areas of play did encourage a lot of camping, and we know no one really likes a camper. But all in all, guys, that is what I really loved about the maps for the 6v6 game modes. Now moving on, there were also 12v12 game modes within this game, and those 12v12 game modes were on maps. The first one was called a snow map, which was called Crossroads, and the other one was called Armada, which was a variety of different ships that was on the open sea. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't really play the 12v12 game modes because I've never really been a big fan of game modes that are more than 6v6 or 10v10, because I'm just the team deathmatch type of person, and I know that all of the battle royale games that came out, they honestly kind of messed it up for everyone. And now that we're on the topic of battle royale games, the new Call of Duty Cold War actually has a link to Warzone. So all the Warzone fanatics, this is the time to get your clap on. It's in the game. You can go into the menu, press X on Warzone, and it'll take you right to the other app. Congrats. But all in all, guys, I was just joking about that. I know we have some really, really loyal Battle Royale fans, so I'm not gonna knock it too much. But some things that are similar, the RCXD is back into the game. We also have a few perks like Scavenger and Tracker that were some of my favorite perks in the game, which are back as well. And there were a few things that were actually different. Unlike Call of Duty Modern Warfare, mounting is not inside the game. I'm not sure if it will be back within the game later on when it's fully released. And mounting really helped us get some really serious kills and stability with some guns or weapons that had really bad recoil. But all in all, I don't think that that's a really serious bad thing to the game, because it just gets us in and out and playing more. And guys, I am also doing a video on how the skill streak system has been updated to promote guys to play the objective. I know a lot of people go into different game modes to just make their KD look better, and they don't necessarily play the objective. which I think is a bit of a scam as a Call of Duty player. But anywho guys, we will touch on that in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Brian, and I am